A linear variable differential transformer, or the popularly called as the LVDT, is one of the most widely used sensor for the measurement of displacements of machine components, elements, objects, etc. The figure shows a schematic diagram of the working setup of a LVDT. It essentially consists of three coils that are symmetrically placed along an insulated tube. As seen from the diagram, there will be three coils, one primary and two secondary coils, namely secondary coil 1 and secondary coil 2, that are placed on a hollow tube. Here the central portion is hollow and the tube is made of some insulating material that is suitable for the operation of LVDT. Now the two secondary coils, they are connected in series as we can see from the diagram, and they are connected in such a way that the output from the two secondary coils will be opposing each other. The magnetic core is moved through the central tube as a result of the displacement being monitored. Now in the figure, inside the hollow tube, a magnetic core which is made up of a ferrous material is placed. Now this core, it is coupled with the object being monitored, the displacement of object which has to be measured. Now the core is coupled with the object, as the object moves, that motion will be transferred to the core, and the core will also be moving accordingly. The primary coil is supplied with an alternating current, AC current, and this current induces EMFs in the secondary coils. So the output from the secondary coils will be the difference between the EMFs developed in the secondary coil. As we have already said, the two secondary coils are connected in such a manner that the EMF generated in the two coils will be opposing each other. So the total output from the whole circuit will be the difference between the EMFs generated in secondary coil 1 and secondary coil 2. So this is a basic structure of the LVDT, and now we will see how the LVDT is used to measure the displacement or motion. So the working of the LVDT is based on the phenomenon of electromagnetic induction. When a conductor is placed in a changing magnetic field, an EMF will be induced in it. This phenomenon is known as the electromagnetic induction. And if the changing magnetic field is produced due to an alternating current flowing through a coil, then the amount of EMF developed in the secondary coil will depend on the mutual inductance between the two coils. And LVDT utilizes this phenomenon to measure the displacement. So the figure shows a three-dimensional representation of the earlier shown circuit. So it has a primary coil and two secondary coil. So when an AC current is provided to the primary coil, a magnetic field will be generated in the primary, and as a result two EMFs will be generated in the two secondary circuits respectively, given by ES1 and ES2. Now in this case, the core or the magnetic rod which is placed inside the hollow tube, it is placed symmetrically with respect to the primary coil, which means that the center line of the core will be coinciding with the center line of the primary coil. So equal amount of the magnetic core is available for induction with the secondary coil 1 as well as the secondary coil 2. Since the arrangement is symmetrical with respect to the center line of the primary coil, the EMFs induced at the both the secondary coil will be equal, that is ES1 will be equal to ES2, and as a result the output from the coil will be 0. So this is the case when the coil is at the center position, or called as the null position. Now as already mentioned, as the core is coupled with the movement of the object whose displacement has to be measured, the core will be able to move to the right as well as the left, mimicking the displacement of the object. So when the core which is coupled with the object moves to the right as shown in the figure, as the core moves to the right, more amount of the magnetic core or the magnetic material is available with the secondary coil 2, which affects the mutual inductance between the primary coil and secondary coil 2. As a result, the EMF generated in the secondary coil 2 will be more, that is ES2 will be greater than ES1, and hence the output from the circuit will be ES1 minus ES2 equal to a negative value. Now similarly, if the core is moved to the left side, then the mutual inductance between the primary and secondary circuit 1 will be more, and the voltage or the EMF developed at the secondary circuit 1 will be more. Thus the output will be positive, that is ES1 greater than ES2, and ES1 minus ES2 will be a positive value. Thus the displacement of the object can be used to produce a voltage or an EMF. So now we can see how the voltage measured can be used to find the displacement of the object. The video shows an LVDT connected to a reciprocating object to measure the displacement. Here the magnetic core is shown in the black color. Now it is in the null position. So we see that as with the movement of the reciprocating object, the magnetic core moves to the left or the right depending on the movement of the reciprocating object. So based on the movement of the magnetic core, there will be difference in the voltage formed. If we measure the voltage through a gate which finds the difference, now we can see that in the null position the voltage is 0 and it moves to the left when the core moves, that is in the negative domain, and again from the null position when the magnetic core moves to the right, the voltage increases in the positive domain as we have seen earlier. So from the graph as shown on the right side, we can find the displacement with corresponding to the voltage developed. Thus, by mimicking the or copying the movement of the reciprocating mechanism to the magnetic coil or magnetic core, the voltage changes developed can be used to measure the displacement. The movement will be in 180-degree out of phase as shown in the second graph, depending on whether the ES1 was greater or less than the ES2. So another sensor which is widely used in our day-to-day life is the reed switch. So have you ever wondered how your laptop knows to go to sleep when you close it without shutting down? Well, reed switch is the answer or the reason behind it. So reed switch is a non-contact proximity switch or sensor, and as shown in the diagram, it consists of two magnetic switch contacts which is part of a circuit and is sealed in a glass tube. These are made up of ferromantic materials, and when a magnet is brought close to the switch in the vicinity of the circuit, these magnetic reeds get attracted to each other and it closes the switch contact. Thus the circuit is complete. Once the circuit gets complete, it sends an input signal or triggers a response which was programmed by the IoT or the Internet of Things. So as shown in the animation, whenever a magnet is brought into the vicinity of the reeds or the circuit, they get attracted to each other and closes the circuit, which triggers a response. This is how a reed switch is used. Now it is very widely applied for checking the closure of doors or door alarms, or as also in the tachometers to check the RPM of rotation. Now the second animation shows how this reed switch is used as a door alarm. So in case of a door alarm, the magnet will be placed in the door handle, which will be tried to be pulled away for opening the door. So when someone tries to open the door, what they are effectively doing is they are taking the magnet away from the circuit, thus opening the circuit. This change in the circuit will trigger a response, which could be an alarm or even a text message which was programmed by the IoT. So this is one of the most widely used application of the reed switch.